doing this. We're doing this. LASC. We're doing this. You know, it's amazing. I was trying to read something on the way here, and I realized that these are sunglasses. Surprise! They look just like my other glasses that I can't find. If anybody's sitting on them, let me know. I just started recently wearing glasses. I used to wear them because they look good, but now I wear them so that I can look good. Because if you don't put on your eye makeup right, you will look like Betty Davis. You know who Betty Davis is? No, right? Yep. Okay. You know who the original Betty Davis is? She's the queen of funk. And I didn't know that, and I felt terrible. Isn't that awful? Like, why would I not know? I mean, I should have known. Yeah. I mean, this brother was like, man, you look like Betty Davis. And I was like, oh, I'm talking about his makeup again. You know what I'm saying? I look like a raccoon. It's, you know, whatever happened to Baby Jane action. All right, just to continue, not that I had even started. My name is Sunda Kronquist, and tonight is going to be a very special night. Why? Because it's always special. It's like Pesach. Why is tonight different than any other night? Depends on what bum is outside. I had an experience with Aaron that was unforgettable. I witnessed some action going on. I don't know what this girl was smoking, but she was lighting it and relighting it and lighting it and relighting it. She was the size, she was like a little wider than this couch with the waist like this. And she had these butt implants. Her boyfriend is at the gas station with no hose in his car, looking at it like it's going, and there's no hose in it, and he's hitting his head like he had braids. You know how black girls go like this? That's because their head be itching after they get braids. You don't know that. See, that's the thing. I got to educate you, white people. Let me just give you a quick lesson, okay? White people call it extensions. That's why they charge them double. And in real life, it's called a weave, which means that we just take somebody else's hair and put it on top of our heads because we like it. Lately I've been changing my preference of friends. I'm starting to like Indians more because of their hair. I also like yak hair. I've had all kinds of hair in my head. And it's really, that's where that joke comes from, because think about it. When white guys are dating black chicks, they have no idea. They're trying to run their fingers through their hair, and they're just like, what happened? That's why they come out of crip, okay? That's why they can't get their fingers through their hair. But I always try to do a clean set, unlike Monday. Had you been there, you would have seen me. Aaron was there. I slayed.
Yes.
At the Comedy Store. It was great. It was great. No, it was great to hear somebody else say that, because I never say I slay. I never say that. And it's so funny because somebody said, man, I just like the way you're like cool, the way you take your time going to the stage. I'm like, I could fall down. Okay, that's why I'm so cool. And I fell on Aaron, okay? But not only did I fall on top of the stool, which ends up on my neck somehow without cracking my bones. And all I think about is Abby Rosen saying, you better have those teeth in your mouth for that shit. Out of nowhere, she became the ultimate producer. You better have the teeth in your mouth. All right, because some of you guys don't know, but once in a while you have a crown and it comes out and you become Miss Fang, and it is scary, especially when I used to date and they used to fall out. They were like, guys were like, whoa, what's that? Is Vampirella in the house? I gotta slow it down a little bit. I'm sure my daughter's looking at. I'm gonna call you back. I feel so terrible. I got to tell you, when Griff comes in, I feel worse. I don't know. I do. I didn't call my daughter back, okay? Oh, yeah. No, it just happened, and I'm going to call her back. I swear. I just feel terrible. I'm a horrible mother, but that's okay. No, my mother was a horrible mother, okay? No, she wasn't horrible. She wasn't horrible. I just think it was. No. It's just. Oh my God. No, she has a big show coming up, okay, at Joe's Pub. All right, you guys know what Joe's Pub is?
Yeah.
Like, you got to really be somebody to be there. So I obviously have not been there. And I don't think it was really hot yet. Of course, I'm going to say that. But it is now a MAC club. And what you guys need to know is if you are performing 3 times in a New York club, you're eligible for a MAC award. You can say, so what is that? I get makeup? No. It's the Manhattan Association of Cabaret and Clubs. And it's a great thing to belong to, because where else are you going to see Liza Minnelli? Because there's no people like us. There's no people like us. I tell you, without comedy, the mental institutions would be overrun. That's funny. And somebody said, you shouldn't make that joke. I said, it's not a joke. That's the difference. what goes on here is not just comedy. We have podcasting. We have a brand new acting class that's taught by Aaron McIntyre. Yes, a round of applause for Aaron, who is the director of the Film Actors Cafe. And everybody's asking me if you have coffee, by the way. I don't know why. But they're asking me this. They're like, oh, they're serving coffee? I was like, no, because it'll be sticky on the floor. And we know I hate that because, Will had to have duct tape on his feet just to make me clean on my hands and knees. On my hands and knees, I cleaned duct tape off the floor. Oh, no. I thought of you. Are you wearing them today?
No.
Oh, but you're wearing two. I love it. That's how my dance shoes used to be. You had to. They had to be comfortable.
I love it.
Oh, my God. I was on my knees. I called you everything but a child of God, okay?
Oh, God.
I know. Please forgive me. Because you know what? My mother was saying to me, the older you get, the dumber you get. But she was always encouraging. Love his acting class, and also we have another class called The Right Club, and that's with Dustin Chafin, and he's worked on HBO, Comedy Central, Showtime. If you get a chance to work with these classes, it's a fantastic opportunity. For those of you that say to me, Sunda, we're comedians, not actors, let me tell you, when they tell you how much money you can make that week, you will suddenly turn into an actor. It's amazing. And amazing is Bobby Lee. I just felt like I would bring him up because I want you guys to know he's amazing. He really is. And he's an amazing person. He's just insane, but I love him. I was at an audition. He was there. And out of nowhere, another Asian walks in. And I see Bobby Lee just get real quiet. And I'm looking and he's looking. And then the guy is like, I'm looking for Suite 201. And he's a delivery guy. So then I look at Bobby, and I go to him, he got competition, he goes, fuck you, Sunda. And my boys, people are casting. Oh, so sorry. I said, you got competition. Who expected the Chinese food to come in on his audition? Oh my God. Sometimes, because people say sometimes, you just laugh at everybody. No, I laugh when you bomb, okay? Because you're bombing. And my job is to bring you back from there. But of course I'm laughing. You're bombing. And sometimes I'm thinking, weren't you in the same room seeing the same guy just do that same I eat butt joke again? Let me just say this. If you do make a joke like that about doing that kind of thing, please don't come here with your breath like that. I'm just saying. I don't know why anybody would brag about it. They're like, hi. I'm like, woo. All right, because hi is supposed to be good luck. And good luck is what we have. So whatever you think about doing a podcast, self-taping, all that stuff, this is where you come to. We have a nonprofit group called Page the Stage, and I want to give a round of applause to LMU, who's doing this documentary. These people right here. It looks like you got a haircut. Looks like you got them all cut. Bump. You see what I did there? Of course I saw. And I got mine cut too. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't see it. Of course, because, you're not that kind of guy. My husband said, hey, something's going on because you're shaping it up down there.
Oh, my God.
I said, no. He said, it's falling out. Straight face, I said that. That's right. And it'll happen to you too, Johnny. You're Persian and you're Jewish. Notice the Muslims keep their hair. Something's in it. I'm just saying there's something to that. There's something hidden in the water. But you know what? I just want to say that I'm very appreciative for people who do things that help us out here along the way. And without them, we could not bring the LA School of Comedy together. The most beautiful photographs that you see have been taken by your first comedian. Let's give it up for the comedy of the one and only Hunter White. Let him hear you.
How we doing, people? Yeah. Okay, so this first thing, thank you so much. This first thing is a thought, but the last thought I gave on Monday was about IKEA killing people, so I'll do a different one. I'm moving out of my apartment. Me and my girlfriend are still together, but I'm a lot. And so I met with this dude, and he showed me the apartment, and the day I met him, I thought he was going to kill me. Because I was just like, oh, he's just talking about how I'm so nice and the energy's right and the vibe is great. So then I look at other apartments and I find him the next day, or I call him the next day and I'm like, oh, this dude's just autistic. Right? It's just, he just likes me a lot and doesn't know how to not say that. Okay, jokes, let's do it. We're having a good week? We're all having a good week? Yeah. Does anyone else have time blindness? Yeah, you just forget that life just keeps going, just constantly. Like, I don't know, when I was a kid, I thought I'd be like running empires, and now I barely know what day of the week it is. Right? Like, I thought I'd have my hands in all these pots. The only thing I have cooking is 567 unread text messages. Right? Like, what happened? Yes, 200 are from Kamala. I will get around to deleting them. I'm going to ignore when Sunda said she laughs if you're bombing. I'll take it. No, it's fine. It's Friday. We're feeling good. Yes. Thank you. I started driving recently. Thank you. I appreciate 2 people applauding or wooing, because most people, they don't care. Like, if you're 31 and you get your license, it's not impressive, right? You have a driver's license, I assume? When'd you get it? 16? Yeah. That's when you should get it, because everyone's impressed. Like, oh my God, welcome to the real world. You did it. But at 31, they're just like, cool, my car drives itself. What? Why? What, you get cucked by a Waymo and get a license? Yes, that's exactly how it happened. I felt cucked in a Waymo. This is going well. No, I'm trying to grow up more, which I think you all can tell I need to do. But I had this realization like a couple weeks ago, which is weird because I'm 31, right? But in my 20s, I thought I was like a grown-ass adult, but I'm realizing maybe I just had bad role models, right? Like, all my role models growing up were artists and comedians. Those are not role models. Those are alarm bells, right? Someone should have said something, but no one did. So there I was, chain smoking on a New York City floor, thinking I was grown. And then I met my girlfriend, who it comes from a not broken home and is a therapist. So, yeah, different ideas of being a grown-up. Hers are like, going to the doctor and paying your taxes. Mine are like putting all the gas in the car and paying cash for a fish tank, y'all. Thank you, Billy. I don't know. I feel like someone should have told me that my financial dreams were that of like a low-level drug dealer. Right? Then I'd be a doctor or something. I don't know. Different life. This is fun. See, here's the thing. I didn't get high before this mic, and it's not going how it usually goes. That's fine. I was just trying to lighten the mood. We're good. I'm in an adult relationship with my girlfriend, which really just means we could fight more, but we're just too tired to. Right? Most of our nights are just like, you're right, I'm sorry, can we please finish Twin Peaks? We've tried, it's been weeks. No, we're in couples counseling, which is great. I highly recommend it. It's progress. But, I don't know, I think it's going okay. I think I won the last one, so there's that. And I don't know, it's just like fighting in a relationship, it's good. It provides some context. Says the young people laughing at fighting is good. I'll take it. Just wait. No, but it puts perspective, especially with the state of the world going on and how scary things are. Like, if you're afraid of the world and just everything going wrong, my one piece of advice is just mercilessly start fighting with your partner. Right? Then all your worry will just go out the window. Right? Like, what I mean, if you don't have a partner, find one. Move in together. Have sex on occasion. You might not fight much. Oh, fuck, I fucked that up. Fight on occasion. You might not have sex much, but you won't care about the government. Like, there are dishes to do and a dog to walk. Who has time to care about Trump? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You guys are fine. Oh, I literally was reading a different set list. That's great. This is swell. I'm avoidant. I learned in my relationship, it really just means let's talk about something else. I don't know how to make that punchy, but it's just my favorite joke. This is going swell. Y'all remember Luigi, right? Remember when he video gamed that CEO on the street? I'm glad you like this. Is just for us guys. Okay, so when all of that happened, this is a weird night. When all that happened, also, I don't want to say I support what he did, but I like support that someone did something, you know? Thank you, because like when all of it happened, like the people in the media and upper class are like, oh, this random act of violence, how could anyone do this? And the rest of us are just like, wasn't random, not at all. And like, I don't know, I'm just all over the place and completely forgetting my set tonight. So I'll leave on this. I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to provide some photo advice while I'm here taking pictures. I do that. If I am pointing a camera at you and you see, don't smile. The picture's been taken. Move on. All right, you guys have been fun. Thanks for putting up with me. My name is Hunter White. You can catch me on the internet at My Name is Hunter. Give it one more time for the one. All right, y'all. You heard her name earlier. She's from LMU. She produces documentary. Give it up for the one, the only, Abby Rosen, everybody.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I go to film school. I can almost say that I went, which is gross, which means that I've graduated, and that's disgusting. This is like every class of film school that I pay $100 million for is like on like this. It's kind of just like a thought I have. It goes like this, like I'm the professor on the first day and there's like a class of 6 kids and they walk in and they're like, they move a bunch of shit. They don't talk to you. They don't look or acknowledge you at first, and they just walk around and they go, "Oh, you're gonna fail. You're not gonna make any money. You think you're in debt now? Just give it 10 years." So I'm really looking forward to that sort of future that I've chosen for myself, that I chose for myself at age 17. I don't think they should allow that. I don't think they should allow you to choose your life path at 17. I think there should be a 5-year gap where they just kind of throw you out and you just kind of have to figure it out. And like you slowly grow towards a passion. Kind of like in Tinkerbell when she's like put down and then she's like has like a rock, because she could be like a rock. I'm not going anywhere with this. I just have kind of been thinking about the Tinkerbell movies. Those were really big for me. Thinking about my childhood and like dying. What happened to like people dying at 65? That feels like plenty of time to be here, right? I feel like if you like time it out right, like you could be out by 50, you know, sort of deal. What else? I've had some recommendations as to what I should talk about on stage tonight, with now 5 cameras being pointed at me. But
Wow, you did all this work, this preparation.
I know. Oh, you know what story I'll tell? I'll tell my, I wish I had cute pubes. Do you kind of know what I mean? I wish I had cute pubic hair, like little curly pubic hair, but instead mine's kind of like the coat of a horse. And I've figured this out. I knew it was thick, but my wax lady really stuck it into my head that it was thicker than usual when I had gone after not going to her for 6 months, I think it was. You know, it's a very intimate setting, like so. And, you know, you kind of drop your pants in front of. She's like, okay, welcome to my little waxing room. She's like, get naked. I'm like, okay. And I take off my pants and she goes, ooh, whoa, this one's gonna be a little bit longer than usual. Is that okay? I go, that's fine. And it got to a point where it's, you know, I'm used to it. It's not that painful anymore, but all of a sudden, like, I feel this kind of like tug, like, and you get to a point where you're kind of in like a Kama Sutra pose up on a table, and they're trying to they're putting hot wax in your butthole, and you're like, this doesn't feel legal, but that's fine. I'm paying for it. I'm paying $75 for it. And all of a sudden, my wax lady goes, a pussy dread. And I go, what? Oh, what? She goes, well, this interesting thing sometimes happens when, you know, there's a lot of hair and there's a lot of wax that almost a dreadlock forms. And wax is just like not strong enough to get it off anymore. So I actually have to saw it off with these medical grade scissors. Right? Exactly what I said with my knees up. And it was and so she goes and she literally for minutes is just kind of clawing at it with scissors, and she pulls it up and she's like, do you want to keep it? And I'm like, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. You could toss that right in the trash. Thank you very much. I'm comfortable talking about, like the waist and below. It's something I grew up with. I was always talking about shit and piss with my parents. It was just kind of like a day-to-day thing. I also have a French bulldog, and so I think that has really helped me get comfortable talking about poop, because if you don't know, if you've never seen a French bulldog, they don't have like any sort of tail, any sort of coverage on hole whatsoever. And so when she goes outside to relieve herself and then comes back inside, she has what we call poopy butt, where it hasn't really all come out yet, and so it's kind of dangling off. And now it's this fun game that happens with her where she knows that we have to wipe poopy butt, so she runs away when wiping poopy butt needs to occur, and she makes like a game, and she's really fast, and she's tiny, but she's also like 80 pounds, and she bolts everywhere until she like finally makes it to the couch, and you're just staring at her dead in her eyes like this, and you're like, please don't do it, please don't do it, we just cleaned it, and she's looking at you like this, and she's like slowly dropping down, and then she like does that weird thing that dogs do to sometimes get off, but Lucy does it to wipe off her poopy butt, and she like rubs her butt all over the couch, and it's like there's nothing you can do at that point because she's already knee deep in, and then she gets up, and it's like a little Picasso painting with her poop, and she's so proud of it. You can't not be. She's so cute. Like there's nothing you can do about it. She's so cute. She's my everything. She's my mother. She's my father. She's my sister. She's my brother. She's, I think, maybe my God in this life. I love her so much. I could talk about her all day. She is everything to me but my wing woman. She's not good when I invite men over. Luckily, she was okay with Danny. We were able, I called her before, and I had a talk with her. I was like, this one you kind of need to be chill about, because the last one that had a leg cast, you almost ate the cast off. So I just kind of feel like we shouldn't go back to that place. She's just very territorial over me. We have a sister-like bond. Even though we did buy her for my sister for $4,000 off of Craigslist. Don't ever pay that much money for a dog. It is a scam. It is a scam, and they will give you a poop scrubbing dog. But she's everything, and I'm happy that I get to talk about her on this stage. And that's kind of all I have for tonight. Love you guys. I know, I always do. I'm filming this documentary about Sunda. It's been lovely. And about this place. And we've got the Haha coming up next on this Wednesday. On the Wednesday, I get my days mixed. On Tuesday, I have to go to a city council meeting for Manhattan Beach. No, because Tuesday I have to go to a city council meeting for Manhattan Beach for my journalism class. Bad things.
Me out. I might have to have we'll talk about that later. Oh, isn't it great?
Anyways, welcoming back to the stage the lovely Sunda. Thank you.
Why don't you do me a favor and introduce him so I can find my pocketbook?
Did you find your what?
Introduce Will. I was looking for my pocketbook.
Next to the stage, we have the one and only Art Brayburn.
When she said next to the stage, I thought Jesus meant adjacent to it. I was like, all right, wow, yeah, don't flatter me too much. Yeah, in front of I was like, you're not even right. I'm in front of it. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Art. I'm also working on this documentary, but since we're filming tonight, I'll get right into the beef, man. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is, it says when I drink tequila, I don't get drunk. I get inside out. But it says it in Spanish. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Sunda. Every time you don't laugh, I grow stronger. I'm just going to set it up like that. I got an issue right now that's been plaguing me pretty bad. I don't know how else to put this. I'm really, really good at Monkey See, like top of my class at Monkey See, one of the best there is. Really, I swear to God. What? Monkey Do, though, couldn't be worse. really awful at Monkey Do. When it comes down to it. When I was like 13, for example, my dad, he taught me how to shave, in his words, in the rare occasion that I grow anything up there. I still haven't, but I cut myself shaving like every day. Figure that out. It sucks. That was for Abby. Anyway, I wrote down to do 3 bad jokes today. I don't know why, but I wanted to do that. So we're gonna revisit that later and see if I still want to. I'm setting that up. This is called comeback, or no, it's called, what is it, Patty? Callback. Thank you, Patty. I knew Patty knew, so I just anyway. I grew up in the era of school shootings. I'm doing this one tonight. I grew up in the era of school shootings. Cheer for school cheer if you also did that. Grew up in the era. Thank you. All right. It's interesting. It's fun, I also grew up in the era of YouTube. Cheer if you watch a lot of YouTube. You guys ever seen those ads for school shootings? No, okay, sorry. Not for them. You know what I mean? And not promoting them. Although that would be awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it's March. There's been like 3. We're not at quota at all. Get out there, guys. No, not that. No, but the ads of like parents asking for money, and it's like, ooh. Yeah, but it's YouTube. Oh my God. It's like just kind of a time and place thing. It's like I want to be sensitive and everything, but holy shit. I'm watching someone twice my age play Minecraft. And you're here like, please, if you have anything to give for my beautiful butterfly, Dylan. And I'm like, don't call him a beautiful butterfly. Come on, don't do that to me. Sometimes they're like, don't skip this ad. I'm like, come on. What do I look like? I'm gonna skip the ad. Yeah, I did grow up. I grew up in the era of school shootings, though. We had shooting drills, which I think is something that kind of is new for our generation. Did you ever do a school shooting drill ever? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. There you go. Exactly. We used to have this one where there would be a younger kid and an older kid paired up together, and the younger kid would go like this against the wall, like a little ball. And the older kid would go like this, like a big shield. In other words, there was a value system assigned to the students at this school, and some would shield others from bullets. I was in a shooting. I played the bullet to perfection. No, that's not true. But I was in a shooting in Philadelphia on the 4th of July. How dare they? What has this country come to? But I was. And growing up in the era of school shootings, I thought growing up a lot about what I was going to come out of that situation thinking, how I was going to feel, how I was going to kick their ass, I don't know about you guys. I always thought, like, if they come, I always had this plan. If they come in during lunch, my tray, I'm Captain America. I am knocking out that gun. I am taking it. I am cutting out their legs, like shoving a hot dog down their throat. Lunch is over. Whatever it is. Consider this the fucking bell. I had like 15. But no, it turns out I was just like, I really need to start jogging, because there were people at least 3 times my age running faster than I could drive if I was allowed to, with like 2 teenagers in both arms. I'm catching my breath by the end of the block, man. I was way more worried the whole night about the sweat plaguing my ass than getting shot. That whole night I was just like, why do I wear these stupid fucking Hawaiian pants? Fuck me! Wear something fucking normal. All right, this is gay as shit and I'm sweaty. I wasn't worried about the guy fucking popping out from behind the corner like, you're the one I was looking for. Bop, bop, bop. No, I was just like, I need to shower when I get home, and I need to shower when I get home. Anyway, yeah, I am a little gay. I've worn Hawaiian pants. I've sucked a little, enough to say, bad words. Mango. And yeah, no, but I'm gay, and I think it gives me a unique. I'm a little gay though. I'm also a little straight, and I think it gives me a unique perspective on dating apps. You know what I mean? I've been to heaven and I've been to hell. I've seen straight dating apps and I've seen gay dating apps. Gay dating apps are the most depraved place in the history of mankind. Oh my God, it's like the red light district in ancient Rome. It's horrifying. If everyone in ancient Rome in the red light district had a name tag that said, "Hello, my name is Suck Me Up," or "Hello, my name is Top Hosting in Toyota 2000," it's dilapidated down there. Straight Tinder is kind of fun. I think it gives straight guys an opportunity they don't often get, which is just to like look at basically a Facebook marketplace of beautiful women that they could never get, or they could never sleep with these women if they were blankets, and they're just like, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I like boob. Do I like that much boob? Jesus. Her name's Lizette. What the fuck name is that? It's like, what kind of standards do you have, man? You know what I mean? But they're swiping through. They're saying no, you know? I don't know. I think it's unique. Yeah, no, Grindr though, it's just off. Grindr, you can send like on Tinder, you have to send a message first. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, have you guys ever had a conversation with a human before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like usually you have to start with like a word or a phrase that'll be like engaging someone in conversation. On Tinder, you can actually just send them 6 pictures of your asshole, or not Tinder, Grindr rather, and in just different states. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this picture it's oily in this picture, or just another kind of wet. In this picture, it's hairy. In this picture, it's hairless. I wonder how far apart those were taken. You know, there's a lot of questions being raised on Grindr, but you don't need to say a word. And usually then they say hi, and you're like, well, okay. I've seen your asshole 6 times in 6 different ways, but thanks. Yeah, no, hello. There's some dating app stuff. And then, yeah, here, ready? I'm going to tell 3 bad jokes. I saw the note again, and before I get off the stage tonight, I'm going to tell 3 bad jokes. The other week, I told this, and Hunter gave me a look like there was something there, and I'm still ashamed. I'm still ashamed of Hunter. You should not encourage stuff like this. Thank you. It was, I wrote this down once. TV is the books of movies.
I still like it.
I'm going to do it one more time for this side of the room. Patty, Griff. TV is the books of movies. Thank you. Another thing, I wrote this down while Abby was up. Abby once called me, and she was talking about her dog. I was trying to visualize the dog. I was like, what's the dog look like? How big's the dog? She said, dog's 80 pounds soaking wet. I said, why the fuck is the dog soaking wet? There you go. There's a really bad one. And then this is my last bad joke, and I'm going to close with this bad joke, because I actually love this joke, and I never do it, but we're filming tonight. It's a special occasion. And also, next Wednesday, April 2nd, the soon to Croon Quiz. We're going to be out there. We're going to be doing some magical stuff. And thank you to everyone at the LA School of Comedy for being so gracious with your space and your time. And to close it out, I'm going to do this stupid-ass fucking joke. Anyone seen the Planet of the Apes movies? Yes. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know this, but like the extras in those movies are mostly playing apes. And so they all had to, like, they're extras, but they all had to learn how to walk just like apes. And it was very important to the directors, because this was made from 2010 to 2020, 2020 for some reason. Very important to the directors that they walked anatomically like apes do, correctly. They like had crutches, they learned. Here's my impression of an extra from Planet of the Apes at Thanksgiving now. Thank you. You did a play with Susie? You did a play? That's nice. You know, but you guys know I could walk just like an ape can, right? Like, if you guys did, Susie, I know you broke your leg. Give me the crutches for 5 minutes. Get off. Give me the crutches for 5 minutes. I can walk just like an ape could walk in, like, the wild. Like, if you saw a gorilla in the wild, I could do just the same arms. If you just give me a chance. Thank you. The butt of that joke is that I don't think it'd be very helpful in a day-to-day setting. Anyway, with that, I'm going to bring up soon to Crew Quiz, or am I going to bring up someone else? Is the real question. No, I'm gonna bring up Suna Kronquist. And thank you everybody for your time. I appreciate it. I've been Art. Thank you.
I figure I'll get up so I can have a piece.
Give me a break.
Give me a break. That's it.
Give me a break.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Somebody serenading me. That's so nice. I have to stop looking at Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh my God, the Hitchcock channel.
I'm addicted.
I know.
They're all screwing. Excuse me, but it's a 50s term. You're an adult enough. They're all having extramarital affairs. And they're killing off their husbands for insurance money. And they're giving me these crazy ideas of how I should get a wife and get rid of her. They're all making money on insurance. You know something? It's kind of racist the way they pay. It's just crazy. Oh, they found money. The whole thing was just nuts. I've been watching it, and I'm just hoping that somebody else can come out with something great. How many people like Jason Blum? Blumhouse Productions.
Yeah.
Did you ever catch that piece where he starts a riot and the MC runs off the stage in fear?
No, what?
You didn't find that one.
No. I guess I didn't dig.
You didn't dig. There's another piece.
Oh, no.
So I'm the host of the Israeli Film Festival, so already I'm petrified. And I told you this, the only reason I got this gig, I never do time in between, guys, you know this, but my kid, I made her speak Hebrew because I got paid more money if I could introduce it in Hebrew, so I figured I would lip sync in Hebrew. Except my husband calls in the middle of the show while I'm doing this lip syncing in Hebrew. Calls right in the middle of everything. I don't even know why I'm telling you this story. But something happened there that night with the Israeli film. This is crazy. This is happening to me. Jason Blum says, out of all the horror films I've written, I can say one word that can show pure evil. Who is more evil than... And I'm interested because I brought him on stage, right? So I'm standing there and he says, Donald Trump. Boom! The whole place goes nuts, okay? They start rioting, and he says, I can say what I want to say. This is America. This is going back, okay, before the pandemic. All I know is that I went to say something, and the guy says, he has freedom of speech, and grabs my arm, and I look down, and I see the orchestra pit. I jump, and I run off the stage. I'm thinking, they didn't pay me. They didn't pay me. And they're protesting. Vivan Trump! Vivan Trump! And they're Israeli. They're wearing high heels. It lasted 5 minutes. He started so much crap. You have to Google this. That Variety or the Hollywood Reporter, I forget who it was, says, we feel so sorry for that MC. And I'm so glad they didn't remember my name. It's just one of those times, like, who expects to run off of a stage? My husband never laughs. It's the only time I saw him with his head back, hysterical. I said, what were you laughing at?
Oh my God.
They were all screaming. It was crazy. But you know something? I'm a little crazy too. We're going to put this out of order a little bit because you know how there's no buts and ifs when you got the comedy of the one and only Griff. Let's do this.
Thank you guys. That stopped quick. Damn. Thank you. A little movie in here tonight or documentary? You guys are all doing it? Yeah, movie. My life's a movie, so it's fitting. You're rolling? All right, you're going to want to get all this. This is my bad side, though, so if you want to go. I'm the most vulnerable guy you're going to see tonight. I am. I like to start by asking if it's a safe space in here.
Yes.
All right, good, because I'm Gen Z. You guys get it. I got to ask, because if I don't feel safe, I will shoot everyone in here. So that's why I got to ask. I got social anxiety and, you know. Oh, I'm just kidding, but I am doing bad. I'm doing bad. But my mom's in my corner. My mom's supporting me, yeah. I got a white mom. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. going crazy for the white moms. I love it. They're the best kind of mom. Because the bar is so low with the white mom. They're always just proud. It doesn't matter what you do. They're proud. I told my mom I'm freaking out because I can't find a job. She said, you looked. That's all that matters. Here's $1,000. I'm so spoiled. I'm in my head like, okay, I made $1,000 today. Okay. About to go get some sushi. Celebrate. I've been ordering food a lot for delivery. You guys are in college. You probably do that, huh? Yeah, I did that. It's a habit I've still got, and trying to break it. I had a situation the other week. It made me feel like the worst person in the world. I ordered food for delivery, and the guy showed up on a bike. I was like, damn, I was too lazy to use my car. You had to use your bike. In my defense, I hate driving in the rain, so. Oh, that got sad. That got sad. Whatever. I started going to Trader Joe's. Got Trader Joe's heads in the crowd. Yeah, you might not know this. You probably do if you shop there, but they're actually required by biblical law to make small talk in the line with you. The workers are. And sometimes, though, they forget to do the small talk until the very end of the transaction, and that's awkward. It's the worst. I was there. I'd already checked out. Picture this. I got my bags. I paid. 1 foot out the door. The guy's like, wait! Got any fun plans this afternoon? I was like, just chilling at home. I love chilling at home. Cool, so am I free to go, or you free to go? Yeah, I chill at home. That's all I do now because I have a girlfriend, so I don't go out anymore or anything, so that's good, and okay, no one cares that I'm taken. All right. But yeah, it's good. I used to go out to bars, and I hated it because crowded bars are just dog shelters for single men, if you think about it. Think about it. The hot guys, those are the cute puppies. They get adopted first, but you got to keep them on a tight leash or else they'll run away to their other options. Me, I'm like a mutt. I'm a little goofy, but for the right owner, I'll be loyal. I'm adorable. I'm a rescue. 39-year-old dudes in skinny jeans and a beanie. Those are the dogs that are about to be put down. You see him, you go, oh my God, that's so sad, but you don't want to take it home with you. He's got diseases, probably. All right. Thank you. My mom used to be really involved in my dating life, and I mean, I've had a girlfriend for 2 years, but when I was dating my mom, she's not like other moms. Like a normal mom, you bring a lady home, she'll be like, what are her interests? Like, what she look like? All my mom wanted to know is my girlfriend's parents' home address so she could look it up on Zillow. I got it for her. It was a $20 million mansion in Beverly Hills. She said, what are you doing for your first date? I said, we're going to get ice cream. She said, how the hell do you expect to get her pregnant off of some ice cream? So I changed the date. She's not pregnant. My side piece is, but just kidding. I'm just kidding, Sunda. White, we don't do that. Yeah. Just gonna say. Oh yeah, so we're all comedians on a technical level, and so you guys must have had this. I get this all the time. People always come up to me, they're like, oh my God, you do comedy, you must be so witty. You must always say the perfect thing to people in life, and we know that's not true, but the other day I actually did that. And it was amazing. It was. I felt high. This might be too much backstory, but I played tennis and I was wearing a long sleeve shirt and it was hot, so I took my shirt off and then I just drove home with my shirt off. Fuck it. And I got home and I parked on the street by my apartment, and I got out of my car just as this older woman was walking by with her dog. And she went, nothing like seeing a half-naked man out on the street. And I went, you can look, but you can't touch. And she laughed, and I laughed, and it was awesome. But she was walking the same way as me. And I was in my head like, we just had a perfect interaction. I'm not trying to walk and talk with her more. So I hung back about 10 feet. But she kept stopping because she had her dog. So the dog would like pee or sniff a flower or something. And every time she stopped, I stopped. And eventually it got to the point where she turned around and looked at me and she was like, is everything okay? And she had fear in her eyes. And I went from the cool shirtless guy to this guy is scaring me and his shirt is off. I did the whole spectrum. I was like, don't be scared. It's just that our conversation was perfect. Didn't help. We live in a political time. Shout out your affiliation. Okay. They're crooks. Elon's getting to them. I don't even know. I'm young. I don't know where I'm at politically. Here's where I'm at. This is where I'm at politically. I just believe whatever the last well-edited YouTube video told me to believe. I flip-flop all day. It's just, you catch me at a certain time of day, that's who I am. And I was just talking about politics one time with my dad, and I said something, and he was like, that's ignorant. Where'd you read that? I was like, read? I listened to a video on my phone while playing Subway Surfers. And I only did that because the movie I had on was getting boring. I'm not charitable at all. I just don't have that in me. I just already know it's not in me. And so I grew up pretty well off, and a lot of people that grow up the way I do, they like have this guilt about it. They're like, oh my God, I had a jacuzzi, now I need to help people, you know, like I know a lot of kids that would go volunteer at Habitat for Humanity. Do you know what that charity is? It's you go to like an impoverished country where they lost their homes and you build them new homes. But honestly, the name Habitat for Humanity is fucked up. It's fucked up. They call it a habitat. So people are like, oh my God, my house is destroyed. I don't know where I'm going to live. I need a new home. They're like, best we can do is a habitat. We can do a mud roof, some sticks. It's not going to be any Wi-Fi anymore, but you know. I just feel like it's rude. Like, imagine a bunch of white girls in Africa and the guy's like, oh, what is this? This is a habitat. I need a home. What am I supposed to live in a habitat like a monkey? And the white girl's like, yeah, you're not a monkey because monkeys are actually grateful.
Oh, shit.
No, I could be in Cabo right now, but I'm in Africa and this sucks, so... All right. I'm probably never going to say that. Cut that from the documentary. Okay, let me end with this. Let me end with something even worse. And this is a true story. This is a true story. Okay, so I was coming back from a comedy club the other night, and I was on Sunset Boulevard, and I was driving pretty fast, and this is really true. I was driving on Sunset, and this guy, a homeless man, tried to like jump out on the street to like kill himself by way of my car. It was super upsetting. Thank God I wasn't texting. I'm literally texting like 95% of the time in the car. So the 5%, he got me at a good time. I screeched on the brakes. I missed him, but I was upset. And like he went about his night, I guess. And I was like really upset. But then it made me feel bad about myself. Because I was like, damn, I will literally give nothing to the homeless. Not even the sweet, sweet kiss of death. I was really like, nah, if you want to kill yourself, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and do it yourself. This is America. Ain't no handouts, motherfucker. Spend my time. Thank you so much. Griff James on Instagram. Griff James, and I'm performing at the LA School of Comedy showcase at the Haha on April 2nd. Come out. It's going to be great. Make it loud for Sunda.
Make it loud for the deaf. Oh, but you fell. I fell, so I'm thinking everybody else is going, thank you, Griff.
Thank you, Griff.
Thank you, Griff. Griff is doing it like it is, but I want to tell you something. We would not have this acting class going without this man that I would not have considered, because I said, what an asshole. And Samantha says to me, he's a performer. And ever since then, I've looked at him so differently. And, you know, I have, because he taught me how to not freak out over memorization of lines. And we're not talking about cocaine. We're talking about, did I say that? Did I say the director is here? Welcome to the stage, Aaron McIntyre of the Film Actors Cafe. Woo! Cafe Latte, what you say anyway?
Hey! I think you're an asshole too. No, I didn't. Love Cinda from the minute I saw her in a big wave. You know what I mean? Hi. Love you people. Look at you. You're fantastic, especially those people in the back there. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. It's one of our VIPs back there, but these are all the real VIPs. We got, we got you and you and you, a bunch of people. I am mentally ill. Thank you. It's a good thing. Griff, I really appreciate you sharing your social anxiety because I'm also an empath. So fuck you, okay? I really feel socially anxietous tonight. No. I do want, I'm not going to go into being mentally ill because, you know, we all are, right? Everybody should raise their hand. You all got something. I'm going to talk about the Bible. Because it's been a godsend to me because it really, I'm bipolar, so it really kind of fits with the bipolar thing, you know, because one minute you're going, you are loved, and I love you, and you are special. You're special. And then the next minute it's like, you know, your fucking kid talks off to you, fucking smack him once in a while, you know? Leviticus. Anybody read Leviticus? Oh, woo! That guy was horny. I mean, jeez. I don't know. You know, he just kept talking about naked women and don't touch the naked women. And if the women lays with a man, they are unclean until the even. Which, you know, they got to be unclean. You got to be unclean. You know. You have your period, you got to be separated from everybody for 5 days? 7 days. No, it's 7 days. I think they should rip those pages out, you know? I think there should be some editing, because there's a lot of stuff in there that people are not going by, you know? How many people have made a burnt offering lately? Anybody? No burnt offerings out there? No?
Weed?
Yes, that's it. Weed. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. We've just changed the burnt offering into smoking weed. So you can all feel good about yourself. No barbecues. Barbecues are not a burnt offering. You can't plant one plant next to another. What the hell is that about? Because you don't want to get the seeds all over the place, right? You don't want to be making hybrids and stuff. You also can't spill your seed on the ground, which I think is kind of ridiculous because I've never done that. I don't know how many of you have spilled your seed on the ground, but I don't do that. You know, it doesn't say in there you can't spill your seed in a sock, right? Or in a tissue. Just on the ground. That's where it shouldn't go. I think they thought maybe a human would grow out of it or something. I'm not sure. But you know, I know that you women don't like to hear this anymore for some reason, but you are the most fucking beautiful things on the planet. Just unbelievable. I swear to God, men are just big lunks, right? We just walk around, what do you need moved? Can I move your sofa? That's all we're good for, you know. And you are the only ones who, you know, you don't need us. You can give birth all you want, you know. Just collect a little sperm, throw it in a dish, and pew, you got babies. Start laughing, Sunda. Come on, let's hear it. Sunda, come on, start laughing. I'm bombing. Come on, baby. Come on. There was something you said too that I thought about, but I can't remember what it was. Social anxiety got me all fucked up, you know. So now I'm socially anxious up here. I feel really bad. Yeah, God, you know, God is a jealous God. I'm jealous. You know, no God's above me. I'm way special. You know, he smited a bunch of people. Smote. I don't know if it's past tense or smoting or smiting. They're killing like thousands of people, and then he smote them. You know, for like just a few people fucking around. You know, I mean, there was just a few people. It wasn't the whole town. You got to kill them all. You know, the Hebites and the Shiites and the Hittites and the Lowtites and the fucking Hermaphrodites and all of those dites. They're all. Then every once in a while they'd throw in a Mugabush. You know, it's like the Hittites and the Ites and the Ites and the Ites and the Mugabush. And you're like, how come they got a shitty name? How come they didn't get that? Yeah, so Leviticus, lots of rules. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. It's just, it's a little concerning that, you know, this book, you know, which is 2 books in one, but it's actually more like a blog. Right? Yeah. You know, people adding to it for over hundreds of years, and nobody knows what the other people are saying. So in one chapter, they're going, you got to love your neighbor. You got to let them be who they are. And no matter what, you got to turn the other cheek. And then the other one is like, if you lie with a woman, you will be smote and die. And there's things about stoning people, you know, stoning women for, like, doing nothing, you know? It's just like, I swear, if we followed the rules in the Bible, we'd all be walking around, because everybody would be unclean, right? We'd all be walking around going, stay away from me, because we're all dirty. Dirty people. You're all dirty. You're loved, but you're dirty. There's lots of things to be. I think that is plenty for me. I think it's plenty. I think I've had enough. Seems like you have too. So I'll just say what a night this has been. I think I'm a little angry tonight, and it's coming out. You know, it's like coming out of my pores and stuff. And it's been a rough day. So I'm just gonna leave it with. I'll do one more joke. This is my favorite joke, and I'm stealing it. Okay, I'm gonna fucking steal it. But it's a lovely fucking joke, and whoever wrote it is way dead for a really long time because it's old. Guy goes into the bar, walks in and goes, line me up with 7 shots. Bartender pours them out. He starts downing them one after the other. The bartender goes, hey, man, you got to slow down. And he goes, no, man, if you had what I have, you'd be drinking like this too. And he goes, well, what do you have? He says, $1. Thank you. Finally,
I love it.
one laugh, and it's somebody else's joke. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the lady who falls the best that I've ever seen. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Right through the door there, she just went boo, and yeah, and because you know, I told her, you know, I've told other people that I hate pain, and it's like when I watch an action movie, I'm constantly every time somebody falls. She falls, and I go, oh, fuck!
He did. He turned like he was in Oakland. He was like,
oh, fuck! Oh! And it was because it hurt. It hurt me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sunda Kronquist.
thank you. It's still surreal. I know, it's still surreal. Rip, you could hit your head. Be careful. I'm sorry. See that? You see that? I don't. Okay. And look, he said like a good boy, right? I'm going to the restroom. See, Jewish boys are so nice, right? That's Mark. I'm going to Shedda. All right. Where is he? Julian! Are you here? Please, Julian, come. Come, my love.
Great way to start. Great way. I told myself I'm not going to bomb today, and well, we already started. All right, my name is Julio Lemus. How's everybody doing? You all look fantastic. You all look great. And let me tell you something. I am a child of divorce who goes to Catholic school and is a stand-up comedian who's in the theater department. I feel like I should be bullied more. I feel like I should be. Like, all I need is a pair of glasses, and I'm just like, my social life is gone completely. But growing up, I used to think my parents were an awful lot like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Turns out they really were trying to kill each other. Mom, put the knife down, please. It was just salt. He wanted some salt for steak. Yeah. But it's fun being a child of divorce because you gotta be two different sets of people, basically. Because when I'm with my mom, I gotta turn into like Oprah Winfrey, you know, like a therapist, almost like preach. Men are evil, yes. But when I'm with my dad, I'm like a little wingman, you know. Like I watch him get drunk and we play pool in Saddle Ranch, and we're like, hey, go over there, talk to her, let's see what happens. You're a doctor, let's do this. All right, yeah. But I'm in theater, right? You're all looking at me and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Something's wrong here. Yeah, but I joined theater because I thought I'm going to be the only straight guy so I can be with all the ladies, right? Let me tell you something. I'm the only straight person in theater. I'm stuck now for the rest of the semester, and now everyone thinks I'm gay in school. It's great. Yeah. Thank you for one guy laughing. Yes, you're... But did any of you guys see the movie Deadpool and Wolverine? Yeah. Well, if you guys saw it, what do you guys think? Did you like it? Awesome, yeah. I went to see that movie with my dad. We saw the first 30 minutes, and my dad dragged me out of there and said, that's sick. It's sickening. How could you enjoy that? I'm picking the next movie, okay? So the next week, he takes me and my friends to see the movie. You want to know what movie he picked? Alien Romulus. And I come out of the theater like him. I'm like, that's sick. Your generation is sick. How can you watch this? How can you enjoy this? Huh? You sick man. Yes. At least I stayed for your movie. You didn't even let me finish mine. Yeah. It's all Disney's fault. But I do go to Catholic school, and I feel like they have a problem with how they give us notices and important stuff. Because let me tell you the last notice I got from school. Do you mind if I read it to you? It's hilarious. Yes. All right, let's see. Where's photos? I can't find it. Notice. The staff and faculty have noticed an ongoing issue in the male bathrooms. DNA... you know, has been found in the sink. Why is it in the sink, guys? Why is it in the sink? Please, guys.
You know why it's in the sink.
What do you mean? I gotta question you now. Yeah. What do you? Why do Exactly. That's what I've been thinking. Yeah.
Right.
Guys, hold it in. All right, there's stalls right next to it, but and drain and has been causing clogging, which results in hundreds of dollars in repair. All money we spend on this issue will come out of school activities, including homecoming, winter formal, and prom. In fact, we are not required to hold these activities, so we advise you not to leave your DNA in the bathrooms if you would like to have homecoming or prom. Due to this issue, we are now implementing a new rule. This feels like it should have been a rule to begin with. Am I the only one thinking here? It's a Catholic school to begin with. I think the priest would have started this problem. Yeah, I think that's who it was. Yes. He was probably caught red-handed. Yeah. The inability to comply will result in a 3-day suspension and strict probation with the student that returns. Any DNA found in the sinks will be DNA tested to determine who to be punished. Thank you for your cooperation to make high school bathrooms cleaner, and let's have a good year. DNA tested. You know, most people go to Catholic school to increase their faith or learn more. No. I go to Catholic school to see CSI do what they do best. See what's going on in the goddamn sinks. What's going on here? And I thought I would be the weird one at school. Jesus Christ. Yeah. And I'm getting a call right now. Great. I think it's God. I'm sorry. I'll probably get struck by lightning right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Smiting, am I right? I'm going to hang up right now. Call later. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We good. But let me tell you something. I speak English and Spanish, right? And I speak fluent Spanish, but my dad's teaching me a little bit of French, right? And now I learned this new word. In French, there's this word called cochon, which is like pig, like bacon. You can eat pig, basically, right? But only in Nicaraguan Spanish, not Mexican Spanish, not Honduran Spanish, only in Nicaraguan Spanish, which is the one I know. Cochon means gay. So could you imagine a Frenchman going to a Nicaraguan restaurant and being like, "Je trabe un cochon, I want a gay," and so the waiter's gonna be like, "¿Qué? Ricky, come here, Ricky. We need you. Finally, you're needed. Come here. Finally. Al fin, viene. Thank you for clapping. Wow. Maybe I should show this to my classmates, and they're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" What? Yeah. You're all looking at me like, "You're hilarious, but do we need to call CPS right now? What's going on? This isn't healthy." Yeah. You all look at me like, "Yeah, this makes sense." Can you guys guess my age?
12.
17? No. 14.
14.
Yes. Yeah. We'll do it live. Yes. Oh, this is fun. Yeah. Clearly, that's why I'm here. Yeah. But, let me see. What else do I got? When I, did I ever tell you about the time I got accidentally left by the psych ward? So, my dad's a doctor, right? And this woman was bleeding to death, so he had to do an emergency surgery. It was summertime, and it was over 100 degrees. He's like, "I'm not leaving you in my car, all right? Put on this lab coat, and you're gonna be waiting in the nursing station." I'm like, "Fine, whatever." I'm like Doogie Howser now, right? So I'm wearing this lab coat, 13 years old, and I'm just chilling, and this nurse comes by and says, "Are you a student for UCLA?" I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I am, actually. Scholarship. Yeah. Probably legacy. But then another nurse comes by and says, you're not supposed to be here, are you?" I'm like, no, I'm not. And it's like, "How did you know?" "Well, I don't see many doctors with braces and a Batman t-shirt on, to be honest." Yeah. Except Dr. Patel over there, but you don't look like that type of guy. But then I hear this crying and yelling in another room, and it's a woman. She's going, doctor, ayúdame. She points to me. I'm like, "I'm not a doctor. I can't help you. No puedo ayudarte." And then a man walks by and says, "Don't go in there. That's Mrs. Rodriguez. She's a crazy woman, and she's trying to escape." So I'm like, "Okay, not going in there." But then my dad finally comes out of surgery and comes with me. I'm like, "Dad, there seemed like to be a crazy woman in there. What was that all about?" And you know what he says? He says, "Oh, God, I left you in the psych ward. I meant to leave you in the women's ward. My bad. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's not tell Mom about this. Let's go to McDonald's. All right. I'll get you a milkshake if you don't tell nobody." And here I am. Yeah. He's looking at me like, please shut up. Yeah. So you just turn around and you're like, "Oh wait, that is his dad. Oh, I thought, yeah, he's right there. Oh God, I thought he was a comedian. Oh God, yeah, that's why he's videotaping. Oh, I thought this was something else. Another stalker? Jesus, I just got into this business. Yes, how do I not have a girlfriend? Oh wait, I just realized personality. Yeah, you know." You're all losing it. You're like, "What's going on? I'm scared." Yeah. You're all looking at me like, you're like, "Is this a setup for How to Catch a Predator? What's going on? Please, I already got one record. Oh God, no. Please, no. My hands are here. I'm not aroused." I'm screwed if colleges see this and you realize that I'm a freshman. Oh God. No one snitch. Yeah. But what else is going on? I was talking to this girl and she says, "You know what I like? I like nerdy guys." I'm like, "No, you don't. No. If you did, then you would like me. No. You like Henry Cavill in glasses, all right? That's not I don't look like that. I look like skinny Doctor Who. Malnourished Doctor Who." Yeah. All right. I'm out of time, folks. My name is Yuli Lemos. You can find me at the LA School of Comedy. I hope you all have a very good night.
Remember, when you're up there, you're just not going to run off. You're going to take it in. You appreciate that they paid attention. So don't run off like that. That's my note to you. This poor guy's like, "I killed and she just knocked me down." But you want to keep that going. Enjoy, yeah! You want to keep that going. You want to feel like you've had a natty? Well, let me tell you, we got something coming for you. Let's give it up for Patty.
Hold on. I'm on
almost up here. Come on. Give me a little more. That's okay. That's good.
Bloody hell.
That's good. After a while, I just feel like you're mad at me. You're just mad for some reason. Well, you know, one thing I like is to have to follow a 14-year-old killer. Can you believe this fucking kid? This fucking kid comes here, destroys the place. Hey, Patty, don't worry. We'll put you on last right after a 14-year-old Jim Carrey. That's a great place to put me. Look at me. Drink this in, okay? You feel a little bit better about yourself, don't you, young Jim Carrey? But I just want to share something. A very talented kid. Give it up for the kid again. Come on. Yuri, is that how I say your name is? Julio. I'm only going to say it once. God damn it, you were great. Am I right? Julio, very funny stuff. Naturally funny and adorable. Really adorable. I'm thinking, I'm going to speak to my wife. I'd like to adopt you. I would like to adopt you. I want to tell you, hold on a second. Listen, all my other kids have criminal records. So I need someone with a valid driver's license. Now, I know you're 14, but I got a hookup down at the DMV. I think, did you ever see the movie Baby Driver? I think we might have a future together. I think we may. Just so, am I looking at me? When I look at you, damn it, I realize that we are at full Shalamization. The society's at full Shalamization. We're fully Shalamized. But good, I feel good. You guys feeling good? Good, yeah. Hold on. I had an announcement to make. Are you guys? No, I'm just going to say it because, you know, this is the type of thing you want to come out and say. My son came out as a passive-aggressive power bottom. Now, hold on. Let me say something. First of all, we support him. I'm not real happy, though. We support him because me and the wife, we were really hoping for a top. Sorry, you can't always get everything that you want. So, hey, there's there. He's back again. You just missed this. It was a joke about, never mind. Never fucking mind. This is good. And I like the thing, what was the, you mentioned something in Argentinian and it means gay.
Nicaraguan.
No. There was a time when that you got away with. Yeah. But what was it?
Nicaragua. It's a cochon.
Cochon, baby, coming at you live. Cochon. But here's the thing. I asked the sexiest bartender. Well, he's the third sexiest bartender in the Pasadena and Alhambra adjacent area. Is my buddy Carlos. He's very sexy. He has 14 children. He has 14 fucking children. Practicing Catholic, loves to fucking practice. Fucking loves to fuck, that Carlos. He'd be fucking right now. Carlos be fucking someone right now. But I said, because he's my reference to all things Latino. Right, he's my ambassador to the fiery Latino culture. I said, hey, Carlos. I said, how do you say non-binary in Spanish? He said, well, it's non-binario or non-binaria, depending on the gender. You can't fuck with Spanish, baby. Am I right? You motherfuckers say, sorry. No, thank you. We're not doing that. We don't do that. But interesting, another thing I love about Spanish, and I love the language, it's much prettier than our language. I love Pablo Neruda. That's a whole different thing. But there are way more ways to just say gay in Spanish. Like there's juto, puto, what's when you go, chachong? Maricon. My favorite is marichocho. It's a marichocho. Marichocho. I might be happy if someone said, "Hey, marichocho." I'd be like, "Hi, man. How are you doing?" I wouldn't have a fucking idea, because words are just words. Like they're not just words, right? Because words have done terrible things, they've done wonderful things, but words in the end, it's like what we do with them, like homeless, as opposed to unhoused, right? Okay, I got you. The one's a little more like, and then the other one's like, oh. I feel that it is a little warmer. Honest to God, I do. Yeah. Or, for instance, like if you see a streetwalker, Republican would see a sidewalk capitalist. It's a viewpoint. It's a tilt. It's a fucking tilt. What we say matters. Or sex worker. Sex worker, that's a new thing too. You didn't get to say that. I've never heard that before. I never heard that before tonight. Who said that? Somebody said that earlier. But it's what we call things like, all right, you guys, I'm going to tell you something. Some of you know this, some of you don't know, but I lost my virginity to a chia pet 2 weeks before the Brady Bunch was canceled. It's been a while, and I want to say something. I'm going to declare this to you. It was to a beautiful, beautiful woman, and a woman of size. Are you ready? I'm talking about a large. Right? And I don't care for the term. I'm going to say this out loud, and y'all can listen to it. I don't care for your words when you use terms like chubby chaser. I prefer big game hunter. Because that describes what I do when I'm out there, out and about. Out and about, bringing down the big game, baby. Big gals, baby. Love that. You got to be careful, because I was into big gals before there was I say this. I was into big gals during the Bush era. Not the Bush administration. That came later. But I was into big girls before there were so many demands made upon vagina grooming. Okay. Back then, there was a winter bush, which was wider. It was just wider, and then in the summertime they'd have a bikini wax. So that was called your bikini line. That was your summer bush. That was narrow. You just wanted to trim it up so you didn't look like a fucking doofus hipster in a mask. In your bikini was the fucking thing. That was the whole thing about it, So there wasn't a lot of grooming then. So like with a big gal, you could go downtown. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like someone's already there in front of you. Maybe I'll just wait my turn, I guess. I don't know. There weren't a lot of big demands. I remember just being so happy. Because men, we loved the Bush. We did. Some of you guys, I don't know if you were around. Bush makes a comeback. If you just leave it alone, it'll come back. Take your time. We loved it, and we were so enamored of a naked woman. The internet has demystified women in a way that, like, I just thought, oh my God, I could just, I was a thing of wonder just to see, because they didn't even show frontal vagina when I started sneaking my dad's sock drawer. They showed side bush. That's where there was like a little, if it was lit well, a little bush glimmering. You know what I mean? So just to know that I was in the vicinity of a real live factory installed vagina was so goddamn exciting. I fucking couldn't tell you. Wow. Because I didn't have the fucking worldwide encyclopedia fucking porn in my pocket since I was 8 years old. Does that red light mean my prostitute's ready? I told the gals I wanted the happy ending. I don't know. Doesn't this kind of look? This is the same kind of curtain they have at the happy ending massage parlor, which, by the way, is only 3 doors down. If you go, I got one before I came here. I did. I got one, a little massage. And when I go there, I always ask for a woman. Not because of anything sexual, but because I can pay her 28% less. It's strictly a frugal decision. I'm a frugal fucking man. I'm a frugal motherfucker. Okay. Listen, we're going to get going now. I'm going to bring back the mistress on this island of misfit toys. Want to clear up a rumor. Not going to say who started it, Art. That I have been selling pictures of Sonda's Crooncast's feet on the internet. I cannot confirm or deny this rumor, but if it intrigues you, hit me up on Instagram, Patty, F-O-R-C-P-A-D-D-Y-F-O-R-C-O-M-E-D-Y. Give it up for the one and only Sunda Kroonquist. Come on. Yeah, baby.
I realized I was nodding over there like, yeah. And all of a sudden something would make me laugh. And I love to hear New Agers up here. You know, there's no more senior citizens, right? No more. You're not a senior citizen. You're a New Ager. You like that?
Yeah.
I love it, right?
Oh, yeah. She's pitching.
I'm pitching for a new show. I think we should.
I think so.
You know, we're going to have all this new aging stuff, but I have to tell you, one of the most interesting and funniest non-Jewish comedians that I think must have Jewish blood, I'm going to bring him on stage because we go at it sometimes, and it's all for love, and he's so funny. Guys, let's give it up for your guy that does the best AI pictures of me, Billy Ramirez, okay? You make my hair bigger?
I will. Let's give it up again for Sunda Kroonquist. And also, let's give it up for Art, who is wearing the last Fila's ever made. Yeah, I haven't seen, the last time I saw Fila's were in 1997. Yeah, so if I knew I was going last, I would have planned a set. I had literally just, like, it's bric-a-brac material. But luckily, actually, Julio, your story. So first of all, about the whole sync thing and the DNA, suspending them for 3 days is not punishment. Okay, like giving them more time is not punishment. Okay, they're just that's not gonna. It's like, oh, yeah. Anyways, but you mentioned the school shooting drills. That breaks my heart. Like, I grew up in a different time. Like, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Like, we didn't do school shooter drills. Like, my school shooter drills were literally going to recess and playing shooter, playing cops and robbers, like getting sticks and, that was our shooting drill. And it was just, so you reminded me of a story of, so I grew up in San Jose, and hopefully they don't close it now. It's called Jason M. Dahl Elementary School, Hillsdale Elementary in San Jose. Named after the pilot of United 93. But anyways, Hillsdale Elementary, back maybe 1990, 1991, all my classmates and I were playing at recess, playing football, and then at some point, football lands is the Nerf Turbo. Remember the Nerf Turbo? Oh, it was amazing football. And there was always someone always bit a chunk out of it for some reason. But the Nerf Turbo ended up in a tree. And back then this tree seemed like it was hundreds of feet tall. Like, it's probably like this tall, but hundreds of feet tall, right? But then we couldn't get this football out, so everyone just started chucking whatever they could. Just shoes, backpacks, first graders, whatever they could find. And then all this started getting stuck, and then the principal noticed the commotion and came by. His name was Mr. Delgado, all right? So he called everyone mijo and mija. By the way, on a tangent, if we're going to have old people being our president, can they be ethnic old people? because it's just someone who's going to call you, America hasn't been called a mijo or a mija in a long time, and it shows. It's just like someone all right, we might not fix the economy, but just sit down and eat, whatever. just sit down and eat and think, and all right. But anyways, Mr. Delgado, he called everyone mijo and mija, and he's like, hey, mijo, mija, what's going on? And we told him, oh, there's a football stuck up in the tree. And then guess what? The principal at his elementary school did back in 1990, 1991. He asked for a volunteer to go up in the tree. So there's one kid, he goes up in the tree, and you hear rustling, and then suddenly, blam, he falls out of the tree and just looked like he splattered himself all over. But he collects himself, and then he starts limping all around like this, holding his hip, right? And then we're all concerned, but it's still 1991, so we're just kind of just watching still, It's like no cell phone in sight, which was great. Just beautiful memories. So he's holding his hip, right? And then finally, Mr. Delgado asked him, well, what happened? And then he pulls out a crushed Tootsie Roll Pop, and he goes, I fell on my lolly. And that was elementary school back in 1991. You could just send a kid to go climb a tree, fall out. Now you owe him a Tootsie Roll Pop. That's basically it. All right, let's see. So hot wax on your butthole, $75. You do that for less.
I know.
You can do that for less.
It's just the quality of the wax.
That's true. Yeah, I was gonna say if you whatever else. Yeah, it's the quality. It's no. I was thinking like you do it for less, but it really is the quality of the wax. All right. All right. Based on the age, all right, we'll see maybe. Who here knows the name of the gay bar in the Police Academy movies? By any chance?
Oyster Bar.
There you go. Okay, perfect. That's one. The Blue Oyster Bar. Okay. Now, who here is a doctor? Perfect. Oh, you are? Like what kind of doctor? Oh, dang. Oh, no, you can't help me. That's perfect. Fine, you can't help me. It fits. Because usually, more often than not, someone is more likely to answer that they know the name of the gay bar in Police Academy than being a doctor. So that tells me, just based on my unscientific poll, if I were to have a heart attack on a plane, I'm more likely to die having someone tell me the name of the gay bar in the Police Academy movies than getting saved. So anyways, whatever. Speaking of movies, so someone mentioned, I think it was Griff, someone mentioned YouTube, just watching YouTube, whatever. So I had YouTube on the background. Again, all the time I have it on the background. But today I was watching, I don't know if you know these comedians, Kev on Stage and Tony Baker. They have this podcast, and they were discussing, I think it was like funny white people sayings, but at some point they started talking about the movie Paul Blart, okay? Who here has watched the movie Paul Blart? Woo! Who here does not like the movie Paul Blart? Woo. Okay, I like it. Good. You're my kind of crowd. So they were talking about they don't like the movie Paul Blart, and I have a point of contention with that because I don't understand how anyone could dislike the movie Paul Blart. Because as far as I understand it, it's never been a remake of some Italian post-war film. Paolo Blarte, International Man of Commerce. As far as I understand it, it's always been Kevin James plays a mall security guard. Knowing that, where do expectations come in? Like it's anyways, whatever. Yes. I think by now the Secret Service could just be called the Service. Thank you very much. Let's see.
I love it.
Yeah. It's a bric-a-brac material. Unless I take up golf, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to use a pencil ever again. Has anyone here ever taken a really long bus ride anywhere? Probably you in Nicaragua or something. Yeah. Like I'm Mexican, so whenever I visit family, sometimes I have to take a 20-hour bus ride or just wait for the next flight the next day. So either way, it's 20 hours, 24 hours. But I've ridden long bus rides in Mexico and the U.S. and hopefully not any more countries. But I always wondered, when you go on these long bus rides, they never, there's no, on a plane ride, there's a huge safety announcement and, there's the overhead things and how to get out. But on the bus, there's never an announcement. You ever wonder why? I thought that, like, it's not on the city bus, but on whatever. So I'm a curious person, so I called up a bunch of CEOs and mechanics and bus drivers to find out why on these long bus rides they don't do any safety, any sort of safety message. And the reason, far and above, the same reason, they all gave the same answer, which was, who cares? It's the bus. that was pretty dumb. All right, this one, who here was born in the last 30 years? This is not for you. Do you know this? All right, so, all right, but who here knows what a check presenter is? You know what a check presenter is. Well, now everything's off a credit card, but up until a few years ago, when you wanted your check at a restaurant, it would come in the book or a little slip thing, and it was called a check presenter. I always thought it was like, that's kind of a grandiose term for just. First of all, it's not a check presenter; it's a bill presenter. Okay, Anyways, but I thought it was kind of a grandiose term, check presenter, because I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, like a check presenter to me is Ed McMahon, and I just won Publishers Clearinghouse. I should note that actually, Ed McMahon did not work for Publishers Clearinghouse. He actually worked for American Family Publishers. The more you know. Oh, this one's dumb, so I'm going to try it. Oates and Hall broke up? officially they were called Daryl Hall and John Oates. So yeah, Oates and Hall was not the official name, but they broke up. They had a beef and all that, and it's kind of a shame. They made good music, but I always wondered, do you think John Oates ever brought up that maybe they should ever be called Oates and Hall? Yeah, I mean, surely after maybe a couple too many whiskeys it came up, but obviously it was shot down. But I always wonder how some of those discussions might have gone. Just like, finally he works up the courage, like, Daryl, just curiosity, like maybe just for one tour, could we go as like Oates and Hall? I do some singing, I do the guitar, and then Daryl would be like, John, listen, man, I'm the singer, I'm the lead, I'm up front, like it's got to be Hall and Oates, and also you kind of look like Kenny Parrish from Eastbound and Down, and then John Oates would be like, what the hell do you mean I look like Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down? That show doesn't even exist yet. How do you know what Kenny Powers looks like? And then Daryl Hall will be like, see, now you're just being difficult. This is why it's Hall and Oates, okay? Whatever. Let's see. Oh, I got called Pronoun Boy on LinkedIn. Oh. Yeah. So I put my pronouns on LinkedIn because I lean towards the left, liberal, and sometimes I got to perform these liberal shibboleths, like I got to put my pronouns on there. Like everyone else is putting their pronouns, I'll put my pronouns on there just so you know which side I'm kind of on, but whatever. So at one point, someone posted one of these like dumb, like, well, I made it. I made it without the help of anyone, but then it turns out that, they were born rich or whatever. So then, and it was this attractive woman. So it's some guy was just like fawning over her. And I just finally just jumped in like, dude, she's not going to sleep with you. On LinkedIn. I'm sorry. I had to do it. And then he responds with, pipe down, pronoun boy. And I thought that was hilarious because it's like a pipe down pronoun boy. Because like, I want to be pronoun boy because imagine you just see somewhere out in the distance, like, like just flying by and you're like, what is that? And you get a closer look and you can go like, oh, he is pronoun boy, Anyways. Yeah, the woke superhero. That's all I had planned. So, actually, let's see. I have one like, all right, fine. I did this one before. It's not a new one, but I'm getting old, so I'm starting to get those old man yawns, and I realize now why my dad used to yawn that way. It's just because old. I also sneeze loudly, but that's fine. Like people used to get on my case, like, well, why do you sneeze so loudly? Because it's a sneeze. Like, why is an explosion loud? But I've come to terms with the fact that I have this old man yawn because on the downside I yawn like an old man, but on the upside now when I go to karaoke I can kill it as Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers. She came way back long ago. That's my name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me at BillyRamirez.com. Are you still awake? Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, so there's a show April 2nd at the HaHa Club, okay? And if you want a quick way to access the ticket page, go to laschoolofcomedy.com/haha. That's HAHA, and it'll take you right to the ticket page. So please make sure to get your tickets. April 2nd, HaHa Club. Doors at 7, show at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Oh
Please welcome back to the stage, Sunda Kronquist.
You know why I got up? It's like a show that I was awake. Yeah. Oh my God, how tired am I? I'm so tired. I woke up 2:41, right? Not that you care, but I figured let me just get this together for Mark so I can just like not see him in the morning. Like make believe I'm sleeping. When you get married, you'll know what that means. So I didn't go back to sleep. I got into Hitchcock.
Oh my God.
And I got to tell you something. I've got to be in a Hitchcock movie somehow, some way.
We'll bring him back.
Well, we're going to bring him back. But if you guys that are watching, please, oh my God, you make me sick. You gonna make me sick?
No.
No?
I'm not sick.
You promise?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's all in our minds anyway. You know that, right? Yes.
The soon as I'll let you want to see me perform, but guess what? I already pitched in my dough already.
Oh.
Oh, that's not why. I didn't know you wanted to go up. See, what we're gonna do 5 minutes. I'm gonna let you at 3. All right?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, so you know a minute, right?
Of course, why not?
All right, because you're Minute Man. Ha ha ha!
Syracuse, New York.
Johnny B is here in the house. Come up.
All right, let's rock.
You got it.
Ladies first. All right. I want to introduce myself. No, I'm just kidding. My name is Johnny B. I am Suna's personal bodyguard, and today, you know, I had, you know, want to come up today and talk about my past when I was in school, and some of it's kind of hilarious. So I want to go back to 7th grade. So I like, you know, I was a big sports, you know, I love playing sports, you know, with my classmates and all that. So we played football, PE football, and we were down like by what? By a touchdown. And my friend was like, Johnny, can you throw far? It's like, yeah, why not? It's like, he's like, okay, I told my friends, like, hey, look, I got on the huddle, was like, hey, look, just go deep, I'll throw a rocky. And everybody's like, you gonna throw that fucking far? I'm like, yeah, man, it's 40, 45 yards down the field, man. Just shut the fuck up. Let me throw. I was like, okay, fine. So I get him like, you know, I said, right before I said HUD, I'm in my shotgun stance. I'm like, all right, Johnny, you can do this. You can do it. Just stay positive. I just let the ball fly. My friend is streaking down on the right, and my classmates were like, holy shit, that far? Dude, look! Holy shit! That far? He just threw that? And my friend just kind of like this one-handed like this. I'm like, dude, that should be on ESPN's top 10, man. What a catch. Then we go forward to 8th grade. 8th grade was a miracle, and I dug this. So we played softball against the faculty at Hawthorne Elementary in Beverly Hills, my hometown. And then I go up to bat, and then we were like, you know, we had a full house, you know, we had 3 people on base, you know, and like I'm the last person to bat. So I grabbed my bat, and it was an autographed by none other than former MLB Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. I grabbed my bat, I'm like, this ball is gonna get the fuck out of this school right the fuck now. I don't give a shit if it breaks, you know, my neighbor's glass window or the fuck not. I will be responsible, and I'm liable to pay, you know, for the glass window. Who gives a rat's ass? All right, the opening pitch, I'm like this. I'm like, and my friends were like, did you just point, you know, where you're heading to, like Babe Ruth? I was like, who the fuck cares? I love Babe Ruth, all right? I ain't Mickey fucking Mantle, all right? Shut up. I just, you know, let the, you know, with one swing, and then the ball flies, it just travels as far. And next thing you know, by the time all my other classmates went around on a bases loaded, and I hear a kaboom, I'm like, my principal is about to kick my ass right now, saying, did you not break that window? I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. Who cares? Let's go. Game's over. So game's over. We won. Now then, on to PE football again, but this time, high school. So in high school, I love playing, you know, you know, I'm a big sports guy, and I love it. I'm not gonna admit, I love it. So right before PE started, I'm in the gym working out. I'm in the gym working out, and I'm doing, you know, dumbbell flies, and I'm working out my arms. And then one student is like, Johnny, can you do 80-pound dumbbell curls? It's like, are you challenging me? I'm like, yeah, I'm challenging you. So you're only a freshman. I'm like, listen, man, a freshman or not, you asshole, I'm gonna do it. All right? Who the fuck you think I am, all right? Some fucking puny puss? I'm fucking Mighty Mouse, all right? Get the fuck out of here. He challenged me, and I'm doing 80-pound dumbbell curls like a breeze. He's like, damn, man. Is there something wrong with you? It's like, no, nothing's wrong with me, man. I got the same arm strength as my older brother. He goes, you have an older brother? It's like, yeah, man, I got 2 older brothers. You got a fucking problem? Get the fuck out of here. Me and my middle brother are the only 2 sports, you know, football players. You know, my brother, you know, played 3 sports in football, in sports. He did football, track, and basketball, and yours truly did football, basketball, no track, and I hate track because that was like such stupid shit. I'm not a, you know, one of those shot putters. And I did swim. You know, I did swim. I was really fast at swim. Freshman year, I did swim, and then next thing you know, my teacher's like, Johnny, can you go back and forth and see how fast can you swim? I was like, sure, why not? Butterfly. I'm doing butterfly like an animal. And my friends were like timing me like I'm going back the other way, and they're like, damn. And I'm going to tell my teacher like, hey, what was my time? It's like 1 minute, 1 second. I'm like, fuck, that was fast, wasn't it? Huh? Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna close this out by saying, listen, April 2nd, Haha Comedy Show in the hood of North Hollywood. Yeah. And yes, I do have the off day that day. So Sunda, if you're gonna put me in charge of this place, give me the keys, leave the champagne, the Dom Perignon, the Cristal, the caviar, the cream cheese.
Let me get with this guy. This is my new guy.
What's up, yo?
You had a good time?
Of course I did.
Great. Give it up for Johnny.
Deuces there, guys.
Deuces, you guys. I came up here to say something important for myself, and I forgot. Oh, that's right, guys. If you have a chance, check out my 1 hour special on... What's it called again?
On Prime.
Thank you. On Prime. I should know.
That's okay.
I'm Prime. I'm a new ager.
With your PR team.
Yes, that's what we need is this PR team. So it's called Live from Hollywood. Sunda Kronquist Live from Hollywood. And I have to tell you something. I laughed at it so hard.
That's great.
When you can laugh at yourself, it's such a beautiful thing because I was like, I'm not going to watch it. Oh my God, I'm huge. And I'm looking at it, and then I was like, and then I was like, that's some funny shit. So that was back when you could be funny, so it's a good thing I got it out now. So we're working on our new show, Live from Santa Monica Boulevard, and that's going to be happening, and we're going to do it right here, live from Santa Monica Boulevard. Now, you know what I think is great is that your camera person here has caught me sleeping 5 times. Okay?
What did you do, man? Come on.
And no, it's real. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I was on Second Verdict. I was on a show, and it was a jury. We took cases and gave them a second verdict, and it was on PAX television. And they said it was too Christian. No, they were too Christian for us. And I was like, no, we're too Jewish for you. But that's not the point. All these cases took part in Kentucky. It was in Kentucky. They had the weed whacker case. They had all these things. But I was so tired, and I had Aviva, and then I was nursing my other one. Not that you guys care, but I had to get to work. And my mother gets cancer at the same time. And we're in Hackensack Hospital. My parents have been divorced for years, but she's in the Kronquist wing, the George and June Kronquist wing. They're not related. You understand? My mother's so black charcoal can make a white mark on her, okay? And she's with this, but she's told everybody to watch her daughter on Second Verdict because it's a regular TV station back in the day. My mother called me and said, did you fucking fall asleep on television? When I tell you fall asleep, I went out of the camera.
Oh.
I went like this. God. She's like, I've never been so embarrassed. And all those nurses were there, especially that jealous Jamaican anyway. And because she would always get into this. But I can fall asleep anywhere. That's why it's so funny. There's a black narcoleptic. He's a blarkaneptic, and he's not here tonight. But that's funny because I fall asleep because I'm tired. But you know what's amazing? That I can come right back awake and know where I left off. Isn't that sad? Which is great when you're having sex and taking a nap, because when else am I going to do it? All right, just kidding, Mark. I wish you were watching, but you're not. You're in my Haagen-Dazs, and I hate you. Who said ice cream tonight? Was that you talking about ice cream or Griff?
It was Griff.
Griff.
Yeah.
No, man, you trolling them cougars if you're talking about ice cream. That's all you got to say to an old lady. Be like, yo, what's up? You know, I got some
Haagen-Dazs.
I got some raspberry truffle Haagen-Dazs.
Dolce de leche.
Oh, man, that's what they called me. But you know what? I will tell you, I thought of something, though, during the time that they had that strike, and they said, no commercials. We had a strike out there, no commercials, like a dummy. And I was out there like a dummy. And so I said, I'm going to make my own commercial for Haagen-Dazs. You guys ready for it? So first of all, you have to know I love Haagen-Dazs. It has to be thigh temperature. It's perfect. Like, you know, we just... Yeah. You know, so you start on the outside because it's warmer and you can get it like that. And that my commercial starts out with, Haagen-Dazs. This is some good shit. All right, that's my time. My name is Sandra Kronquist, and thank you, Aaron McIntyre, for everything. I'll see you guys at the Right Club with Dustin Chapin. If you guys need any posts done, don't ask me to do it. Ask Billy Ramirez. Yeah. He can make your nose bigger, smaller. He hasn't given me boobs yet, but we could try. And honestly, it's a great thing to come out and support on April 2nd because you never know who's going to be there in the audience as well. And for those of you who are performing and are watching instead of being here tonight, work on that tight 5 like it's JFL. You act like it's the Just for Laughs festival because this place is peppered. So do your right work and don't be calling me. Because you know how many people call me tonight? Tell me they're on their way.
6.
It's about 6.
About 6.
And you wonder why I get frustrated. And you wonder why I fall asleep. Because I'm on the phone all day with people, all day, and they never come. They never come. Then sometimes they're in the car. You have to come to the car and get them. But that's it. Follow me on all platforms. Thank you. Good night. Oh, thank you guys from LMU. Way! Give it to LMU. Give it to LMU. Who's your cougar? I mean, who's your mascot?
Iggy the lion.
Piggy the lion?
Iggy the lion.
Iggy the lion.
Like Saint Ignatius.
Iggy the lion.
Oh, Saint Ignatius. That's different.
That's the real deal right there.
Yeah. Wait, suddenly I got serious. Oh, Saint Ignatius. That's serious.
Yeah, okay.
That's serious, yeah. All right. Patty, don't you walk so fast. I'm going to change that song.